here with Brenden Ingram to preview the upcoming cheer competition season, and as we record this, only about a week away from that first official competition of the season. So hopefully everyone's about ready to go. But wanted to start with a little bit of background about yourself. From Kearney, how did you land upon Concordia, and what kind of brought you here and got you interested in being here?
Okay, so originally I'd been looking at just various in-state colleges. I never really intended Concordia, but I had one of my friends reach out who was on the cheer team, and she said, hey, there's a possible opportunity. How would you like the possibility for either a scholarship but also being part of a team again? And that was something big for me because I knew that coming out of high school I was going to miss that team aspect. And so I came up, I met with Coach, and from that moment on I was kind of like, well, I think this would be a good fit, and I've enjoyed my time at Concordia ever since. And I'd never cheered before, but I make do with what I have, and I think it's going well, so I'm excited to be here.
That's what I was going to ask, if you had done this before college, but what was that adjustment like, trying to get routines down and figure everything out?
Right, so it's a lot different than many other team sports that I've had. We are obviously working very closely together. There's some correlation between football as far as just that ethic of teamwork and building that trust between each other. But here we are literally lifting individuals off the ground, and so getting your body positioning, your timing, and coordination together is very important. So it's very interesting to kind of learn and watch everybody grow as a stunt group, and how our coordination builds as the season progresses. So it's very exciting to go see that much.
Well, since you're kind of into, I guess, that preseason preparation now, and I know the teams got here before the semester started. What was that week kind of like for you guys, and what did you feel like you were able to accomplish?
Right, so this year we came back about a week early. We start doing some 2-a-day practices, which are typically 2.5, 3-hour sessions, I guess. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. But the first one we had here in the PE gym, which is where we normally practice. And then thankfully Coach was able to align some off-site practices at Cheer Express in Lincoln. And we were able to use their spring floor to kind of better help us learn our tumbling and get that stuff down. It's been a very interesting progression this year, as we've had a lot of people progress in their tumbling skills. Thankful to Coach Emily, who was able to reach out to contacts at UNL and help us get some private tumbling in with them as well. And then, the preparation's been very good. I'm excited to see where we go. It's been hard work, but that's to be expected with any sport. So.
And I think if last year's an indication, expect another maybe a jump in improvement. I know the results last year were certainly a step in the right direction.
For sure.
What do you attribute kind of that growth to?
Okay. As far as the growth of the team goes, I would like to thank both coaches, Coach Mandy and Coach Emily. They've both been fantastic at pushing us and developing us into what we can be, as well as working alongside with Coach Berner in the strength and conditioning department. I know we've taken that a lot more seriously both last year and this year, and that has significantly improved our overall strength and conditioning. But just on the mat as well, having that determination to try stunts over and over until we can get the repetition to actually hit. Those have been large building lessons that we've kind of implemented throughout last season and this season. So we're going to hopefully continue to see improved growth.
Well, you talked about playing football previously. How do you compare maybe the adrenaline rush or what the feel is like during competition?
Okay, yeah, so for someone that maybe has never stepped on a mat before, but you've played football, imagine you're lining up on that D line and you're about to get double teamed by the two biggest offensive boys there are. Well, that's similar to what it's like when I first start the count to start our cheer competition. After that, it seems like things go black, and then it's 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes later, and you're done with the routine. It all comes down to just having that repetition, that muscle memory, and those teammates around you being able to yell your cues, that excitement level between you on the mat and those off the mat, it's all built to just help you perform. It's great.
How would you compare maybe the difficulty level that your team's able to handle now compared to maybe where you were when you first got here?
For sure. So starting our freshman year, we had a very interesting level between, I think there was only 1 or 2 people that could effectively tumble, which hurts overall scores based on just the way the rubric works out for the routines. And so being able to build that has helped a lot, but also building in more practices, building in more strength and conditioning. We've really taken a step up in accountability as well as about making sure each of us can hit our individual things. Freshman year, we used to struggle with things such as extensions or pop-offs or just even basic stuff, but coming into this, we've really grown and continued to progress. We have a lot of returners, but not all of them are on the mat this season as they're obviously graduating early or student teaching. But we've had a lot of people step up and fill those roles, be really flexible on the mat. So,
well, as far as competitions that we have, unfortunately, we don't get to look forward to CIT. But we do still have a big competition here at home in February, and then competing during different basketball games as well. But what have been maybe some of your favorite events that you've been able to compete in so far?
So my most memorable probably was my freshman year CIT when we went to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Just the experience of traveling up there and traveling back, it was amazing. That was the year weather was kind of sketchy when we were getting up there. It was very cold getting on and off, obviously, but we made it through. We made it there safe. Our routine up there was definitely a memorable one. Not for the best of reasons, but hey, it happens. We didn't all hit, but we made the most of it, and we had a good time as a team. It was growth and effort and building. But kind of more recently, there's been a couple trips to Kansas that are always fun. Basically just getting to go outside the state, kind of just traveling and staying overnight somewhere. That's always kind of a morale booster for the team. We get to go relax, hang out together, and then compete the next day.
From talking to Coach Mazer, I know she's always looking for more men to want to be involved on the cheer team. What would you say to guys that might be hesitant about wanting to do it? But
so as far as other males out there, please come join. It's simple. Just come observe a practice, even step in a little bit. I think you'll find that this sport is not all like cheer, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. We do a lot more technical stuff. It is physically demanding, so you're not stepping on a mat just expecting to slack off. But you're here to participate. It is a family. It is a team. It's physical, and you get to learn some really cool things that you can go do outside of the gym per se. So,
last thing, what just kind of not real specific, but what are you looking forward to most about this season?
I'm looking forward to watching our routine develop. I know Coach is big on always kind of starting at a tame routine, something that we can hit, we can be consistent with, and then as we progress throughout the season, we can potentially add things, change things, make things a little bit better. I'm looking forward to watching the team develop this as we go forward. We've already made a couple of changes, and these are all kind of hitting, and so it's exciting to kind of see that growth and progression.